time too.
All right, I want everyone to roll 1d6 for me.
Three is my favorite number, apparently. Damn, look at that natural 6. Crit. I think Jewel was just blessed by the RP gods for this adventure.
Yeah, my character was kind of made badass too, so I was lucky that way.
All right, Joel, roll 1d3.
What the hell is that? Rampage, total destruction.
It's your mother.
Oh no. All right, so you guys are all hanging out at this tavern on floor 5, where it's made to lull people into a false sense of security, both the workers and the adventurers that may came looking for loot. Workers here tend to be slack, and there's a lot of illusion spells. There's actually like an illusion spell that makes this look like you're not underground. It actually makes it look like you guys are out up above ground, and there's like a full sky and clouds and weather effects. It's pretty well done.
Mixu is just having a fucking mental breakdown. She's going crazy.
It's also that high, son. That huff.
You found paint.
I'm huffing paint for like 10 minutes. That's pretty hardcore.
Yeah, you're pretty out of it right now, Mixu.
Good ether comes on slow.
Nice drop.
That gnoll looks badass. Always liked gnolls. Just imagine how fast they can run and how powerful they'd actually be.
It's like a hyena.
Right.
An armored hyena. That's animal abuse.
Yeah, an armored hyena with an axe.
Your mom is animal abuse.
Oh.
Ooh. I guess if you cremated an animal, it would be abuse.
So as you guys are playing in the grass and rolling around outside and chatting, you hear off in this distance this yip 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 yip, and it's kind of like a, kind of maybe sounds more kind of like a hyena. And there's also some loud crashing noises and banging noises, like something's being hit against some kind of large object.
Are they our goblins, orcs, and gnolls?
Winter probably knows a few of them. You might know. You've definitely seen a couple around, but to you, goblin's a goblin. There might be a couple that stand out, but for the most part, as racist as it is, I don't know if you can tell them apart.
Yeah,
They all look the same, those fucking goblins.
they're all lazy too.
Their big lips.
Yeah, but it's definitely it's a mix of creatures. Because all of the kind of creatures kind of use this floor to relax, and there might be a particular illusion that they actually, even though it might be a trap, they actually enjoy seeing or something like that.
Maybe the Donald Trump of this game would want to get rid of all the goblins.
Build a fence around them. But you can tell they're definitely running away from something, and over in that direction, there's still that yipping sound. It sounds kind of like a hurt dog, I guess you could say, but a lot louder and more aggressive. So Joel, you start running towards the knoll that's in the distance that you guys see. It's like basically there's not an ounce of it that is not covered in blood. Like it is just dripping, and it's disgusting how much blood is on this guy. And he's carrying an axe with him, and that axe is also completely covered in blood, and it's a bit nicked, and definitely not a. It looks like it's a pretty damaged axe. It's seen some wear and tear.
Yeah. Does he look like he's running at us or away from something?
He's just slowly walking forward.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to run at him anymore.
So yeah, you're starting to run at him, and then as you get closer, you start to slow down a little bit. And as you look closer, you can see that he's definitely got this crazy look in his eyes, and he's like basically foaming at the mouth like he has rabies, right?
Yeah.
Like you can't really tell, but it does. You don't think the blood is there? There's definitely he's bleeding a little bit, for sure. But there's just so much blood that there's no way it could be his blood. I mean, gallons and gallons of just. It's almost like he's wearing a thick red coat of paint. He's slowly getting closer, and he's just kind of taking his time, but he's
Yeah, can we like try and gauge his intentions?
I think his intentions are pretty clear.
He's coming to tell us that the blood trap works really well.
He's close. He's like, guys, I'm really sorry, but I spilled the red paint.
I was just trying to paint my cottage for my wife and my little no children.
Who is he charging
I can't believe that I spilled all this red paint.
I'll pay it back, I promise.
You guys are all kind of together, kind of grouped together, so he's kind of heading towards in your general direction. You definitely have enough time to react.
I have my first attack thing, so if he gets too close, then I'm going to use my attack on him.
Okay, absolutely. What weapon did you use?
A whip.
Ah, nice.
And I have whatever that ability is that makes me attack first.
Absolutely. You can make that choice if you'd like to.
Like,
He's
is he
definitely
within
within
striking
range.
distance? Okay, yeah, then he's attacking us, so I'm going to go ahead and...
So basically, you get an automatic success. So roll 1d6 and multiply it by your athletics. And we'll see if that's enough damage to cause him to stress out. Very, very close. So this Noel's charging at you guys, and he's definitely has not a friendly demeanor. In Jin pulls out her whip and strikes at him and gets it really firmly around. Is there a particular spot you're aiming for?
His hands, because he was trying to attack us.
Okay. So yeah, I'll say you definitely get his hands and you actually you're able to pull his axe off of his out of his hand because he wasn't expecting the whip, and he's definitely a little bit angry at you guys, and he's pissed now. Like he's just snarling and he throws the axe. He drops the axe and he just kind of kicks it away, and he just kind of brings out his claws and like he's gonna charge you guys with the claws. Miksu and Winter, what are you guys doing?
I have the weapon of traps. Can I spring a trap on him?
I don't think you have enough time in this situation where you would have set that up.
Sure. Is there a vase, bottle, or pot nearby?
I mean, it's an oasis. Of course there's a pot nearby.
Alright, well, I'm gonna become Link and throw a pot at him.
And Joe, I think you actually get another attack too, if you want.
Yeah, now this is like a normal combat round.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna whip him again. This time I'm gonna go for his feet.
So,
What
what
order
should
are we
I...
going?
So all three of you guys are attacking then?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. So the knoll's going at you guys, and Jill, you go to whip it, and in case you find a pot and you pick it up and you throw it at him. But before either of your guys' strikes, there's just this big, giant boom and this explosion that just basically leaves Gibbs this knoll to complete pieces. And it's basically just a... now it's completely red. Just a cloud of blood, basically.
Was that from Winter?
Yeah, it only had... she automatically defeated it. Because it was less than 2. But it had 10 spirit. So you almost killed it, Joel, on your first hit.
Damn. It's okay. Winter got to use her squash ability.
Kath entered channel.
That was a fun random crash.
That sucks.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but we killed your character while you were gone. Sorry.
Yeah.
Couldn't be avoided. Many apologies. It was a very sad moment.
So when you know it wasn't the commander, just because the commander of the knoll is like definitely would wear things that distinguish him from all the other gnolls, so they know who the boss is.
Yeah, you're right. Or was it the no that grabbed Keith?
Might have been.
I'm not sure how to go forward with that RP aspect.
All right, so that was actually one of the random events. It was a rampaging monster. And on that random event, Winter actually lost one favor because being the maid in charge of demon affairs, it was kind of her responsibility to make sure that the demons acted right. But because you guys kind of saved Betsy's life in this whole ordeal, you all gained 11 favor.
All of us?
All of you.
Yeah.
So, Jin is at 27 favor. Miksu is at 23 favor. And Winter, you are at 16 favor. Now remember, you can spend favor to increase your attribute points, to give yourself a +1 on any roll when you make some kind of skill check, or you can spend 1d6 favor to cause a random event on either your turn or somebody else's turn. There are 6 random events. You guys just saw one of them, which that was one that basically would cause Winter to lose favor if she was present. There are other ones that are like that for the other characters, but there's also ones that gain you favor.
Quick question: when we're doing if we wanted to do adding one to a die roll, do we have to declare it before the die roll, or can it be after a failure and be like, oh shit, let me spend some favor to get that up?
Yeah, it doesn't say, so I'll still go ahead and do it after. It's fine. Yeah, I was trying to find that out myself, and it doesn't actually clearly say in the rules. So I would say doing it after is just fine.
All right. Well, change your names, guys. This will be you as talking to me, and it's weird.
Perhaps both. Yes. Winter, you get 5 favor back. You are now at 21.
Sweet.
So pretty close race. Just to recap, Jules at 27, Keith's at 23, and Bravery at 21. All right, so you guys are, cleaning up a little bit, and Winter's definitely putting her back into it more than the rest of you to get the stains out of the floors and things like that. And Jen, you lead the Betsy off to the next floor. The next floor was the one where you ran into the demon that kind of outwilled you before. If you want to go ahead and tell me a little bit about the 6th floor, because we didn't really describe it at all. And then Winter and Mixu, if you want to whisper me what you guys are doing while Jewel is going down to the 6th floor.
Okay, the 6th floor is going to be very opulent with, the way I'm imagining it is like a very large open area that kind of looks like it houses what appears to be a small, like you could confuse it with a small town with all the different buildings and rooms and stuff, and over which presides the, what is it, a demon something?
Yeah, there was a large winged demon that you guys ran into before, the one that you tried to get to come help you guys, and he was like, ha ha ha, ha, forget you.
Yeah, we're gonna say that he's like in charge of this like little town type area,
Okay.
and has a lot of like like thralls, I guess you could say, that are doing like busy work to make it look like a town of like minded people with him in charge of it, and he's very sadistic in his reign over it. Blah 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 blah.
So this would probably be like, so if the upper floors with the gnolls and the goblins, those would be like maybe the lower class citizens, and maybe this floor is for the more nobler men and women, higher class people that served underneath the Demon King, perhaps.
Yeah, except the way I was imagining it, they're still kind of like they're under his control. So even though they may be like more intelligent, they're just kind of going about their day.
Right.
I kind of picture them more like devils, like lawful evil, the way you're making it sound.
The demon is, yeah. The people themselves, like they don't really. They would be an extension of his alignment, I guess, because they're just all under his spell.
Okay. Got it. Got it. Sounds good.
I'm waiting to see floor 8, the rec center.
So are the citizens, are they human or are they demon?
They're human. Yeah, they're human. Easy. Yeah.
Okay. So basically cultists.
Yeah, that's what I kind of imagine them wearing like robes and stuff like that. With maybe he's made them shave all their heads, or they have to wear their hair a certain way, or whatever. Like if you looked at the town from far enough away, you'd think, "Oh, it's a normal town," but as soon as you saw one of the people, you'd be like, "Oh, this is not normal."
Right, right. So you guys are traveling down, and she's really amazed. She's like, "Oh, wow, this mansion is. It's not really just a mansion. It's like you guys have whole cities down here. I mean, first there was the city above where, or not the city, but where all the illusions were, where it looked like there was an open, endless sky and all this grassland, and now we're down here in this whole town. This is amazing." See their strategic value.
KF entered channel.
Can you hear me?
Nope.
You're a liar.
Let's see. Sexy heroine, self-punishment, binge eating, weapon from nowhere, metallic sky.
That's sexist.
Yes, it is.
So you guys have been talking, showing her the cultist town. And my god, 5 minutes goes by so fast.
Yep.
I've actually been giving you guys 10, to be honest.
It's alright.
And, she's definitely warming up to you.
Boo.
Yeah, no. You're gonna get 5 favor.
Yay. Beating the shit out of the other players. You guys suck.
Well, remember, you guys can spend favor to try to affect the other players, but it might be good and it might be bad. So it's a risk thing.
We can't all be born with silver hair in our mouth.
You could have silver hair in your mouth anytime you want.
Oh, that's dirty.
That's nasty.
Meeksy, you never told me what you were doing while Jewel was doing, because you were on
Oh.
the computer.
It's because my headset was fucking up. I was down on the 7th floor trying to regain my composure and wash the paint off of my face.
Okay. Okay, so you're down there washing your face. Jewel, you lead Betsy down to the next floor as per your guys' arrangement. And you guys meet at the entrance to the floor 7, which is where the ogres stay. You guys kind of don't like floor 7 because, you're the previous Demon King. He wanted to be clean and beautiful, and ogres are kind of disgusting. They kind of don't take care of themselves as well as other monsters you guys have.
And they poop a lot.
Yeah, they're just not... They're like really, really sloppy humans, like lazy, and they don't take care of themselves, and it's just a pain in the ass to come down here sometimes to clean their floor. So with all that being said, Jill, if you want to whisper me what you're going to be doing while Keith takes over, and Brave, if you change your plans or if you're still doing the same thing, that's fine too. Just let me know. But Keith, if you want to go ahead and maybe describe a little bit more of floor 7.
Alright, so floor 7, I imagine there's lots of bones strewn around, lots of piles of shit. It's pretty bad when we all it's our least favorite floor to come and clean. We probably put it off to maybe the last of the rounds when it's time to do it. I guess it would be mostly like living quarters for the orcs or for the ogres and the maybe training and battalion regimen and stuff for them for when they need to be called upon.
Yeah, there's definitely, a lot of couple big rooms for the ogres to sleep in. The thing with ogre armies is like an ogre army isn't really a big army, right? So you might have an orc army, might have 20 people in it, and an ogre army might just have 2 ogres that
Okay.
are the equivalent of that. So there's not a lot of ogres. It's not like you have like hundreds and hundreds of ogres. They're more of a supplemental troop to the other creatures.
So maybe the ogre commander and his like immediate family.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they definitely have probably some more regal, and they're definitely the ogre commander is probably more of a more intelligent ogre. Obviously, takes better care of himself, and he probably helps with some of the cleaning up and getting people to do what they're supposed to do, and not wanting to incur the wrath of the demon king. He tries to help out as best as he can. All right, so you're showing Betsy around to the ogre system, and we'll kind of start your time now. Hello. Somebody. Level. Good answer.
shit, you know what? I totally forgot how I said I got there. I guess I was
It's
an
an
orphan.
orphan.
Yeah. Okay. Bow, chicka, bow, wow.
Five. The master unexpectedly makes romantic advances on the nearest maid. The maid accompanying her or the one with the highest skill attribute gains 2 dice 6 favor.
Oh, is that forehead kiss? Is that the card that got played or whatever?
Yes, yes, it is.
That's funny.
The master unexpectedly makes romantic advances on the nearest maid. Gain 2d6 favor.
Cool.
Joel, you gain 2 favor for doing what you were doing. And Winter, what were you doing again?
Taking care of the cleaning and getting the troops back in order that ran away.
Okay, yeah. All right, so you guys have finished looking around the Ogre Commander's area and, kind of introducing her to the Ogre Commander and, saying, hey, this is, potentially our new master and talking about the whole deal. But then after that is when you guys kind of went out on this terrace and had your little romantic side adventure. And then, but it was getting a little late and you needed to continue on, so you continued on to the 8th floor rec center, which is going to be shown by Winter. So Winter, you meet with Keith and Betsy at the entrance to the rec center. Tell me a little bit about the rec center. Like, what kind of cool stuff is going on? This is definitely the floor for relaxation, even more so. Like, a lot of people like going up to the illusion room because of the illusions that were there, and there's a bar there and some other, the Oasis and things. But that was also had some deadly traps and some crazy monsters. The rec center is really where people go to relax.
All right, I don't know. I'm picturing like a pub style type thing here, almost like a bar. You got round tables, you got chairs, you got 2 long bars, fucking kegs of shit, whiskey and whatnot on the shelves, wine barrels, that type of thing. Maybe some entertainment. I don't know, a stage, some kind of act. Piano, harp, violin, juggling, that kind of shit. Doesn't all have to be happening at once, but you got me.
Right, so there's definitely a stage where there's different kind of acts that go on. You guys come in and there's definitely like, how they have dueling pianos? It's kind of the same thing, but they're doing it with harps instead.
That's pretty wicked.
Yeah, so there's like, there's a succubus up there, and then there's like this human girl, and they're just going at it back and forth and trying to one up each other, but also trying to kind of like comically insulting each other and, making fun of, basically making fun of men mostly, I'd imagine, actually. So describe Dragon's mead to me. Honey mead, I know honey mead. I've had honey mead. What would a dragon's mead be?
Dragon's Mead's got a little bit of a spice to it. Um, Trying to think of real beers that you might. Do you drink craft beer at all?
I've had many different meads, but not really. I'm not a big beer drinker, but I like ciders, but I like meads because meads tend to be kind of sweet.
Right.
I've had honey mead. I've had what they call dwarven ale, which is a kind of spicy mead, actually.
Yeah, probably something like that then.
Okay. Sure.
I'm back.
Thank you. So you're telling her this story, and she's into listening to you, and she's definitely had quite a bit to drink, and she stands up and she goes to give you a hug because she's like, oh, it's so sad that you're not a bastard child. You're great. You're wonderful. But like as she's going to give you this hug, and you guys are sitting on these bar stools, she trips and falls, and you go crashing down with her, right? And she lands on top of you, and her tongue just gets stuck inside of your tongue. And she
Oh,
quickly
really?
pulls away and like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for that to happen. But there was like some full-on making out for a brief second there.
This is so fucked up, I swear.
So she apologized, and she can tell she's really drunk, and but she gets up and it's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, and and she gives you like another peck on your forehead, but doesn't really go like full throttle into it, like she was a second ago, right?
Right, right.
She's like, we should probably get going and meet up with the others. Oh, I forgot to flip the card. Oh, look.
A drunken kiss.
But he's trying to sleep with the new master, and I'm over here just like trying to clean.
Well, you have to set a good example as our leader.
One of us has to. I'm the only one not trying to get in the new chick's pants.
It's totally an accident.
Drawing her back in the second time, that's an accident? I
Totally
think not.
not an accident. There's definitely some truth to that. With beholders, it depends on their eye stock. Each eye stock has a different spell associated with it.
Yeah, beholders are flippin' insane, man. Like, aside from demi-liches, they probably one of the most dangerous things you can fight.
They can be, definitely.
I mean, liches aren't slouches either, but you know what I'm saying. It's like, if you're not paralyzed, you're turned to stone. If you're not turned to stone, you're disintegrated. If you're not disintegrated, you know, fucking just death spell. They fuck you up.
All right, so you guys again, after your little adventure that just happened, you're going to go meet down at the 9th floor. This is where all three of you agreed to meet at this time. So I'm going to go use the restroom real quick. So I'll take a 5-minute break, and we'll come back and wrap things up.
Hi.
Okie doke.
God, it's Jake from State Farm.
Okadoka, I'm back.
Welcome back. Why did we have Jake from State Farm again? Oh yeah, he was like some demon.
I think he was the one from floor 6, actually.
No, this was the guy. He was trying to talk us into getting a new master.
Yeah, I thought that was the guy from 6, whatever. Maybe I don't remember right.
No, 6 is that asshole that turned me and Kelly away. Floor 6, he's like, fuck you. And then Jake from State Farm demons all like, you gots to get a new king up in this bitch. We're like, alright. The shizzle, my nizzle. The master and the rizzle.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so fucking tired.
I hear. When we're done with this, I'm gonna go play Fallout until my eyes bleed.
Alright, bitches, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
This one's gonna make a good YouTube video if you post it. A lot of funny moments. And good room descriptions. And Kelly kicking all the fucking ass with favor.
Yeah, what a dick.
Didn't even burn any to try to screw us over because he knew he didn't have to. It's like, oh, I'm so far ahead.
You guys can still do that. Yeah, that's all. I gave you permission to take it.
So what does that do? Can I play that?
You can drag it out on the table, and I think it'll let you flip it. I made all these cards. There's a random event table. It's a 1 die 6, so I associated a picture with each one of the events.
I don't know if I want to drag that out onto the table.
Afraid I might make it come true. And I'm obviously back, by the way.
No way. No way.
Also, Keith, if you have a character selected that you're talking as, you can actually type /OOC and it'll post as your account rather than the character.
Cool.
Oh, it puts a blue border around it and everything. Oh, well, it did for me.
It did for me.
Yeah, it shows mine as the blue border, but not you guys. But I think it does that for whoever I speak as. Is everyone back?
I believe so.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to wrapping this up then. So you guys go down to the ninth floor, which is the home of the beholder, and this room is very, very elegant. There's a lot of treasures around. There's a lot of jewels and emeralds and rubies and diamonds and just all kinds of gold plated everywhere. You can tell it's definitely a room of wealth and prestige. And definitely there's, like very nice cases of armor and weapons and a lot of the Demon King's probably more prized treasures that weren't up in the museum are down here. Things that were even more expensive and intriguing than the things that were up in the museum area.
Makes sense. You got a beholder guard in that shit.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you guys are all at kind of the entrance to this floor. And I'll leave it up to you to decide what you want to do from there.
Is Betsy still drunk?
She's not as inebriated as she. It's worn off a little bit. She drank some water, but she's also not completely in her senses.
If I'm not mistaken, I think we had like pillar of light teleporters that take you to floor 9.
More than likely, yeah. You guys would probably definitely have a way to absolutely just avoid floor 9, honestly.
Yeah, maybe there's 2 of them in the rec center. One takes you right to 10.
Ah!
Real fucking scary, man.
I love that the beholder is having trouble seeing.
I thought that was a joke. Maybe they have horrible depth perception.
I think they might. I don't know. Like, I actually read the entire Monster Manual 1, 2, 3, and 4 for, I don't. I just love reading those for some reason.
They're awesome.
Great bathroom material.
Yeah, dude, my ex-girlfriend had one from like the early 80s and it was awesome.
Back when Elf was a class.
Yeah.
He's well trained in Elf. I just imagine a beholder at a computer typing when I see beholder is typing. Oh, I can never find the E key when I need it. Oh no! A grizzled man from the post-apocalyptic Earth just showed up. Where did you come from?
Time to show you what a 308 can do, beholder.
I like how the grizzled post-apocalyptic man showed up and laughed meekly too.
He saw what he was getting into. He's like, fuck this.
All right, so Betsy steps out. You know, she's kind of getting understand this beholder is like, oh, what is this sensation? Is that a human? No, it's not a human. Is it an elf? No, it's not. It's not an elf. What is it? This is so new. I've never seen it before. I've never felt this kind of magical aura. I have to have it. And he lunges towards her, and as he lunges towards her, there's just this brilliant flash of white light, and it's just really amazing because of all of the jewels and the gold and the reflection in the room. Just almost makes the brilliance 100 times more than what it would have been, and it was already pretty bright. So you guys kind of squint your eyes a little bit. But as this beholder approaches her, and this light goes off, and he definitely backs down and kind of goes back into the darkness of where he came from, where his little lair was he was hiding. All you need is a garden. Brilliant.
So we're just back in square one. I wonder why.
Cream rises to the top.
Cream starts at the top.
I do have
So-
cream-colored skin.
Let's see. Joel ended with 36 favor. Keith, 32. And Braver, 28. So pretty close. I was definitely trying to give you guys more favor so you would try to use it against each other. Because I put out the 3 random events that didn't happen. There's the demon one, which was actually the demon army that was chasing Betsy. Would have came through, and you guys would have had to fight the demon
Ooh.
army.
That'd have been cool.
Glad I didn't throw that out there.
There is our friend
Joffrey.
which that one is basically it would have found a dead. Basically, that would have been a negative favor. Whoever was walking around with Betsy would have lost 2d6 favor because of a random corpse that would have been lying around that was very unsightly towards her. And then the third one, if anybody had played this one, it actually would have lost Keith favor because it would have had to do with traps, and the trap master would lose 1d6.
Gotcha.
So those are the 3 random events we did not see. We did see the 3 other ones.
Yeah, I was afraid to use it because of the, partially because it's a favor race, so I'm like hesitant to use it just for that reason. But the other reason is that I saw that like it costs 1d6, and I was afraid like, oh, that would be my luck. I'll roll a 6 on that, and
Yeah, I mean it's definitely a trade-off. Because you might roll a 1 and then get the benefit might be like the one that Braver got was a 3d6, right? So it might have cost 1d6 to get 3d6, but it might have cost 1d6 to lose 1d6. You're definitely safer playing almost any of them on somebody else's. But this scenario just uses these 6 random events. On a full campaign, there's actually 99 different events that can happen. So you actually use a different table.
But a bitch ain't one.
Holy shit.
Yeah, because this is very what we played these last 2 days has been a very condensed version of the Maids RPG. And I do want to know what you guys think about it, because I am going to post it to YouTube later. So what are some of the good things, the bad things? How would you think it would done differently? I know I would have liked to see more, because it's competitive, more of the going against each other, which somebody kind of did try to do covertly, but it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Good job, Mixu, screwing up.
Yeah, well, and Braver tried to stalk you on your first hallway, but his cunning was 0, and 0 is an automatic failure, no matter what. So he was the one who fell.
He tried to follow us, and he just got lost immediately. He's like, oh, fuck, I've only been following them for 5 seconds, and I already lost him.
And made a whole bunch of noise.
But Kay's also followed you, and he got like a 28, which is ridiculously high. Like, super ridiculously high.
That's how he overheard everything.
That's also how I popped out seemingly out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, like, that is actually pretty much like godlike success.
It's poof, blink, and I appear.
But what good did it do you? You got to see our conversation, that's all. And we were talking about it like I wasn't like backstabbing you guys.
But I got to see Winter screw up and got to throw her under the bus and embarrass her.
Yeah,
he did do that.
Yep.
True.
I'm the only one who had the huff paint, so there is that.
And actually, just a little bit background on Betsy herself. She actually started with very, very low stress. So if she had taken damage, she probably would have actually died. So it's a good thing that you guys defended her, because
I don't know. If she would have died, I might be in charge right now.
that's true too.
I go, well, screw it. I'll be the boss.
Too late now. You're not even in charge of the maids.
Oh, just remember, when we play the Walking Dead one, my character is godlike.
Oh,
Oh,
I
yeah,
know.
sure.
Yeah, you keep on wishing that, buddy.
What do you mean? You told me that yourself. My stats are good.
Yeah, but
It's-
you're fucking crazy, though.
Yeah, you also have very little will, and you're an addict, so you're gonna be freaking out on day 3 when you can't get to your shit.
Yeah, your stats are really high, but aren't you like an insomniac too? So like,
Yeah, and he's also
insomniac, alcoholic.
he is very stoic though, so he won't be
He won't be bitching about the demon hell that he's going through in his own brain.
What were the two things? I never get scared, and something about like crazy reaction time.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
that's what it is. Like he doesn't get scared because he's just got like not quite a death wish. He just doesn't give a fuck if he dies or not because he's in so much pain that it's just like whatever. What are you gonna do? Kill me?
yeah. I didn't think there was a lot of like options really when it came to some of the perks.
Still entered channel.
Yeah, it seemed like in order to use 5 points, like I kind of had to like. I ended up taking 5 points worth of disadvantages, and then like it seemed like there would be more things like advantages and disadvantages. There was only like a dozen of each or so, and it seemed like after I picked 2 or 3, then there's not really much else to pick from.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very I don't want to say limited, but it's you definitely have to sort of specialize what you're doing for it to make sense, you know.
Yeah, not limited, but not quite as broad as you would hope, kind of.
Hold on, I didn't mean to get us off topic.
Yeah, you're fine.
Good things. I liked everything about this. I thought it was fun. I mean, I understand that what this is made for. Like, yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of combat, but that's it's not what this was designed for. I had fun doing the entire thing. I mean, even the day that we just sat down and created our characters, I enjoyed that.
Yeah. Also, actually very surprised at how fun it was to roleplay a little anime maid girl. It's I would never I couldn't explain this game to my girlfriend if I had like a gun to my head, but it was very fun.
Yeah, that's it was a lot more fun than I thought it would be. Like I thought it would be okay, and it was actually fun. So that big improvement there. And same thing with the girlfriend. Like when I tell my girlfriend that I'm role playing as an anime maid, like there's no way I'm getting laid after that sentence. Like I have to at least wait
Right.
24 hours before she's even gonna look at me the same way.
That's when she says, "I think we should both see other men."
yeah, pretty much. I think you want a boyfriend just like mine.
Well, I will be posting this on YouTube so she can watch the videos and understand maybe a little bit about because I try to explain it to my friends too, and they're like, "That doesn't. Why would you do that?" I'm like, "Oh, you got to watch the video and just see how much fun it actually is." And what I like about this scenario we did, if we ever decided to do like a long campaign or a full length campaign or something, this is actually the part 1 of like another scenario that goes way into the Demon King and things like that.
Right.
So it's very modular, which I like. I like the random tables and the random events. So it definitely takes a little getting used to how like the combat and stress works. Because actually, Keith, after you huffed your paint the first time, your spirit went back up to 40. So you're at basically full health after that.
Oh, cool.
Which is a little bit weird in, a game when there is combat in the game, but you don't really ever die, really, Unless the scenario somehow calls for it. Like in this case, if Betsy gets stressed out, her stress explosion was actually to drive off racing. So she would have somehow got a car or a chariot and just driven off and crashed and died. So,
Cool.
Interesting.
because I actually, Betsy was completely randomly rolled as well because I was going through the character process. So I completely rolled her up as a maid actually to start with. And just to give you a little bit of background on her, so Betsy Phantom Hive. Phantom Hive is from the Black Butler. Is that what the show was called?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Phantom, and I gave her that last name because when I randomly rolled her hair and eyes, it came up with Indigo, which is this like dark blue that looks a lot like Phantom Hive.
Seal.
Yeah, it looks a lot like Seal. So her roots were completely random. She's an admirer of maids. Her maid power was instant restraint, which I don't remember what it does. I think it had something to do with seducing. So if you had tried to seduce her, she could have actually stopped you. But the one thing that happened with Braver was actually accidental. So, but she's also a neat freak, and she's absurd, and she's a magical girl who came from a distant land.
Yes. And for those of you who haven't watched Black Butler, watch like the first 4 episodes. I guarantee you'll love the show.
It's pretty good. Yeah, I like it.
Like when you watch that first episode, you're like, what the fuck is this and what's going on? But once you get like a little more background and insight, like, I mean, by the time you're done watching season 2, you're like, I can't wait for season 3 to come out.
Are they making a season 3?
I don't know. I mean, you can read the manga. Manga's
Yeah.
online.
I don't like reading the manga. I'm lazy like that.
Oh, dude, I binge on mangas. I watched Dead Man Wonderland, which is only 1 season, and after watching Dead Man Wonderland, I proceeded to read the entire manga in the same night. I was up to like fucking 3 or 4 in the morning because I had to know what happened. It was an awesome show. I don't know if anybody's seen it.
No.
No.
Psycho Pass is also great, and it's only 1 season.
I just finished watching Aldnoah Zero, I think was the last one I watched. That was pretty good.
See, I don't know that one. But I had a friend at work tell me about that one that you had mentioned, Seven Deadly Sins or whatever.
Oh, yeah, I like that one a lot, too.
Yeah, he said it's really good. It's on Netflix.
It is on Netflix. It's a Netflix original series, which is, I love when they do that because they like basically say, hey, we're going to pay for all this stuff to be on our network, which is awesome.
Right.
So, but like I made the mistake. The final episode I don't think is that good, but everything leading up to it is pretty good, and the background story is really good. But I made the mistake. I watched the trailer for it to see if I would like it, and then it automatically played the next episode. And by automatically playing the next episode, it actually played the final episode. So I watched the final episode first, and I was really confused. And then I watched it from the beginning. I was like, oh, okay.